Hi and welcome back. This is episode 43 of the Curio Stitches podcast. My name's Ellie and I am coming to you from Exeter, which is in Devon in England. And this podcast is about knitting, sometimes spinning, sewing, hand-dyed yarns and knitwear. Today's episode is just about my hand-dyed yarns because since New Year's Eve episode 42, I've done barely any knitting that I can show you. I did make the decision that I'm going to start recording what I'm knitting. I know I was going to do this whole designer thing where I do a bit here and a bit there and then I accumulate them into one video, but actually I've realised I no longer really knit anything by anyone else other than just vanilla socks. So I've kind of shot myself in the foot. So I have decided that as of next week I will be just showing you what I'm knitting as I'm knitting it. I've just realised my camera's a bit wonky. There we go. Sorry about that. This is my lovely Monstera. Okay, so today is the 22nd. It's Friday, 22nd of January. I have got a lukewarm cup of tea because it's not really lit up anymore in my witch's brew cup. So yeah, I have been doing lots of designing over the last 3 weeks since I've seen you. But like I said, I've not really done much knitting, and that is primarily because the sort of, the week between Christmas and when I recorded, I'd run out of energy sort of thing, and I wasn't feeling great. And then the first week of the new year, after my last episode, I was still really tired. And then we got ill, and had to do a COVID test because coughing a lot, high temperature, sore throat. Wasn't COVID, thankfully. It was just, ironically, a normal sort of flu cold thing, but felt really poorly. And then this last week we have been changing things around in the house. We've swapped bedrooms round, so we've completely redecorated our bedroom, mine and Abby's bedroom, and it looks beautiful. And then also in here in my office room, I have changed things around a bit, and I've put some storage outside this room that is my fabric stash and a couple of other bits that I don't use for Curio Stitches, which has meant that I've now got more space in here for stuff that is Curio Stitches, which is nice. So yeah, today is all yarny and fibre show and tell, I suppose. It's all my hand-dyed yarns, including the Valentine's Day yarn that I dyed, the Lovecraft Country Advent mini set I can show you now, because irrelevant of whether you opened it leading up to Christmas, for the 12 nights of Christmas, etc., everyone's finished opening theirs now, so I can show you that, and the fact that I've dyed up 2 of the colourways to go into the shop later today, and then some other bits and pieces. So without further ado, I will start with the Lovecraft. So this is the set that I kept for me, and there's really bad plastic. So if I go here, so you're not going to be able to see this one. I was trying to keep them in the bag to keep them nice. I shall have to take them out. Okay, so first up, number 1 was Atticus Freeman. Number 2 was Letitia or Letty Lewis. And yes, it's ever so slightly tonal black with a fluffy bit with the end where I tied it. Number 3 is Ruby Baptiste. Number 4 is Hippolyta Freeman. And then number 5 is Diana Freeman. Number 6 is Montrose Freeman. Number 7 is George Freeman. So that's the actual characters, and then the rest of them are more sort of theme. So number 8 is Legacy, and it's a beautiful, rich, tonal orange. Number 9 is Birthright. Excuse my bad nail bunch. I've been doing a lot of decorating. Number 10 is Outsiders, which is a golden sort of ochre, beautiful golden, slightly pumpkiny colour. I'd say more butternut squash. And number 11 is What is Reality? And number 12 is Trials and Tribulations. So those were the Advent. And I am going to be knitting a jumper. I'm just pop them back in for now because I can sort them colour-wise later. With mine and another one of my yarn colours. So those are on my merino nylon, and I'll be holding those alongside one of my bamboo BFL blends. So the two that are going up in the shop this week are, I'm just going to grab them. Here we go. This one. So this is Trials and Tribulations. So I have got this on high twist fingering. I have got it on 75% merino, 10% nylon, 15% nylon and 10% stellina. So this gives it more beautiful sparkle. I really want this. And then I have got it on, just check, DK. And then the other colour that I'm bringing this week is the Ruby Baptiste colour, I think. Let me just check. Yes, Ruby Baptiste. Now I have to bend down because she's down there, so I'll be back in a second. I'll make them all up. So Ruby Baptiste is these beauties. So same again. So I've got it on the 75, 10, 15, 10 stellina, 10% stellina. It glistens so beautifully. I have got it on high twist fingering, which is merino nylon. I have got it on my regular fingering, which is merino nylon, but this one's 400 meters, the other one's 360. I have got it on merino nylon and lurex, so it's 5% lurex as opposed to stellina. Any more bases for that one? Yeah, so those are the bases for that one. Now the Valentine's Day yarn is Strawberry Cheesecake, and I have dyed it on some fibre as well. So it's Strawberry Cheesecake, and it's on, I've got it on merino tencel, and then on the fibres I have got it on Sports. This is 100% merino sport. I have got it on my high twist fingering, which is 360 meters. Isn't it pretty? Of course, I had to dye it on my sparkliest base, so on the 75, 15, 10 stellina. I'm going to knit myself some socks with this one as well. And then I also did it as a 50/50s. So this is, one skein is the pink and one skein is the red. And there's 50 grams of each, which is enough to make, you know, maybe 2 small pairs of socks. I can knit a pair of normal socks and a pair of shorty socks using a 50/50 set. And the idea is that you knit one sock with this and the heels, toes and cuffs in this one, and vice versa. So there's 400 meters in that set. So that is my strawberry cheesecake. Now those are already up in the shop. So if you go on over, you can grab those. There's not many of those. Have I missed one? Sport, sparkly. No, yep. Yeah, so those are currently in the shop. There are quite a few of the 50/50s because I think they're really fun. Okay, so moving forwards, I have sort of done a slight twist on 2 of my older colourways. So I've dyed up Hexed and Talisman. So with the Hexed, I have got it over here. So the Hexed is these ones. I love it. So I've got Hexed on DK. Yes, DK. I have got it on Fingerweight Lurex. I've got it on high twist fingering, and I've got it on the merino nylon and 10% stellina. Isn't that pretty and sparkly? We all know I'm a magpie by now. So that's Hexed. And then just pop those there so I can get these ones before they fall off. I'm using some shells right next to me. Put those on, take those off. The Talisman, I didn't do as many this time. Oh, I dropped one. So I have got it on the 5% Lurex base, so that's merino nylon Lurex. I have got it on merino nylon 10% stellina. I have got it on high twist fingering, and I've got it on sport weight, and I've got it on DK weight. So those will all be in the shop this evening as well. There's not many of those, there's only a few of each, so if you want it, grab it. Like I said, I did these slightly differently this time because I was playing around and I really liked the colours, but I just wanted to do something different. So this time it's still very speckly, just losing skeins, but it's also washed through as well, like colourwise, colour-wise. So there's not really many, or as many white, plain white. There is on the Lurex, just because of how the dye went. So this is more how I used to do it, and this is more how I really want to change it to. So yes, if you want to knit a jumper or a very large project that's going to need more than a couple of skeins, then message me and I'll dye them up as their own batch so they will match more, because as you know, or I hope you know, most skeins are individual, and depending on how I dye each colourway depends if I can pull from the same colourway lot, if that makes sense. So now I have a couple of new colours. This one I don't have a name for. So I've only got this on sport weight because I wanted to try it on the pure merino first. So I've got some of this on sport weight. It might be something as simple as raspberry jam or cherries. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I have a brand new colourway going in the shop this evening, and it is called Renaissance. So I've just grabbed 4 of them. Oh, this is Renaissance. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. So this is a colourway that I've been longing to dye, and I write down lots of different things I want to try, and I do colour and everything else, but it always takes me a while to take the leap and actually do it. But I'm thrilled with how this one has come out. So I have got Renaissance on Sport. I have got it on DK. I've got it on Merino Nylon Lurex Fingering. And I have got it on, is that High Twist? Yes, High Twist Fingering. No. Hold on, one moment. No, just normal fingering. This is the 400 meters. This is fingering nylon. Merino nylon. So that is all my new colourways. Now, I will just briefly touch on the colour sets, the colourwork sets that I talked about. I can say last year, because it was last year, even if it was only a few weeks ago. So these are the colourwork sets. Now this one you've already seen, I showed this one, but the rest went dry. So this one is the plum and teal and charcoal. So they've all the colourwork sets have got a 50-gram skein of charcoal, and then they've got 5 20-gram skeins. So you're getting 150 grams of yarn to do some colour work. So a hat, socks, gloves, whatever, but it means you don't have to break lots of big skeins. So this is the purple, teal and charcoal set. And then I've got the pinks. So it's lilacs and different shades of pink. This one is more corally pink than it's showing. And this one's more lilac-y. This is those ones. And then for all you more fiery people, there's the red and orange set. So you've got 2 reds, orange, pumpkin-y colour and yellow. That. I thought that would be really fun. I have got my blues and greens set. So you've got 2 greens and 3 blues, plus a slightly lighter charcoal. And then I have got my neutrals. So you've got a creamy colour, and then you've got 3 slightly different shades of brown. So when you look at them closely, this one's more caramel, this one's got a very grey undertone, and this one's more rich. And then you've got a nice light grey to complement as well. So yes. So those are all the yarns that are either in the shop or going in the shop this evening. And the only other yarn I've got to talk to you about is the yarn that I dyed up for the fingering weight feline phantom pullover that I'm doing for my daughter Neve for her birthday. Which means I've got 12 days to knit a jumper. So these are the colours. This is the main colour, and this is the contrast colour that she wanted. She went through my yarns and said, "Can I have these colours, please?" So I said, yes, of course. and I dyed them for her. So it's going to be slightly different to the feline phantom pullover, which you'll see on a normal episode that I shall be doing next week, in that it's fingering weight, not DK weight, and it's more fitted. And it's got a bit more to the colour work, so it's not just the silhouette of the ghosty cat. There's little bits throughout as well to make it look like a spectre dust sort of thing. So yes, so that is being cast on today. I just have to wind it and crack on. And then I also have to wind all of these that were nicely organised mini skeins, and start that pattern as well. So that was a lot of talking in the last 11 minutes. I need another sip of tea. There we go. It's longer than 11 minutes, it's just a guess. So yes, coming next episode, there will be knitting. There'll hopefully be some sewing to show you, because I have been sewing, but it's sort of over there, out of the way, while I've been reorganising everything else. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed spending time with me and Monstera. Yes, so hopefully now that we're not ill, touch wood, and the world's starting to get a bit more back to normal in this house, at least. We've got our routine set. Yeah, I can come back to you more regularly, which would be lovely. And here's the bit on the end where I tell you about all the YouTubey stuff. So if you would like, I would appreciate very much if you would subscribe to me down there and press the like button. Also, this video, I don't know if it's sponsored or not, but I am an affiliate for TubeBuddy, and TubeBuddy is a online plugin for YouTube algorithm, and it helps with search, tags, all sorts of different skills that you learn. I will eventually do a mini episode on how I use it, if you're interested. If you are, leave a comment. If you're not, also leave a comment. So yes, you can find all my yarns and patterns and fibres on www.curiostitches.com, which will be here. I'm also on Ribblr. You can find me on Curio Stitches there. I'm not on Ravelry. Don't look for me there. And you can also find some of my patterns on Lovecrafts. So thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate your time, and I hope you stay nice and warm. Bye for now. So I will see you next week. Bye everyone.